Hey there YouTube, it's VEDA again. So yesterday was Tuesday, which means it's the day where I go insane weekly, and I didn't post a video yet again. Today's video comes in 2.5 parts, the half part coming in the middle. So the first whole part is VEDA Day 12, which would have been yesterday, and that explains why I'm coming to you in fuzzy friend mode. So this idea comes from Molly Hippogriff's vlog channel. She made a response to Deviant Jeff, who's going to be over here, who was talking about stuffed animals, so I thought I would steal that idea and go ahead and talk about some of my stuffed animals. My family, as far as stuffed animal goes, is obsessed with polar bears. This was my first stuffed animal and the most important one to me throughout my life. So I had an entire polar bear family. I don't have all of those guys with me, but I do have a couple members of the family. Probably the most important stuffed animal to me is this guy here. His name is Bear, and I have literally had him my entire life. We actually have pictures of him in the hospital with me, like in the glass bed. There's me, and then this guy who was as large as me. Doesn't that freak you out ever when you think about yourself as a baby and you're like, oh hey, I was this big. Not quite this big, bigger than this, but kind of that big. This guy has been with me through thick and thin. His nose was chewed off, his ears, and right leg or something like that. Yeah, my aunt's dog got to him, and so he's seen a lot of love, and he's one, you know the stuffed animals, how they just the fur just kind of fuses into itself, and so suddenly you have a bear that pats weird ways and just has weird patterns in the fur. I have to pat Bear this way if I want. It's like rubbing a cat backwards. You have to go up. It's a little counterintuitive, but yeah. Now I'm just gonna tell you right now that there is a whole extended family of probably at least 100 stuffed bears that I have. I'm only going to show you the immediate, very immediate family. So first we had Bear, who is the son. So this is Bear. And then we had Bear's father. Bear's father is a Coca-Cola bear. I don't know when I got him or anything like that, but this is the father, and I would love to flip his hat around, stuff like that. So that was fun. Bear's mother, who tells you that I love you, and I do love you. Random person who I may or may not know. I do love you, truly. And then finally, this is probably the most interesting other than Bear. This is Bear's sister. She is also been with me for a long time. As a child, I got out a lot of my brattishness, I think, through this stuffed animal. Bear's sister was a jerk. She was a jerk. She would push Bear, she would yell, and she was just the epitome of a mean and rude person in stuffed animal form. So I would get out anytime I wanted to be mean and rude, I'd use Bear's sister as an excuse. It was kind of hilarious. Stuffed bear family of love. Part half will be, I made a video yesterday, which is why I didn't post yesterday. It was it was on my collab channel where we do challenges and themes every, alternating weeks, and so I had 2 challenges. Challenge 1 was to create a video as my favorite doctor, from Doctor Who, and challenge 2 was to make a music video to a rock song. And so, I'm sitting there, and I was thinking about that, and I thought, why do these at separate times? So I fused them together and created and used House Song by Ministry of Magic and gave each doctor and a Dalek a house, and then dressed up as each of them and danced and sung, and it was very fun, but also a lot of hard work, which is why I did not have a video yesterday. But I am really, really, really proud of that video, so I wanted to kind of mention it here and tell you about it. Daddy Bear will have that annotation on his head. Part 2, 3-ish thing is is a more serious one. So we're switching it to serious, but still hugging stuffed animals. It's completely normal. The question was brought up in my friend Nia's video today on our collab channel is, why are you on YouTube? And so I think that's a really interesting question, and one that I don't entirely know the answer to. Most of it was a whim. I mean, I enjoy watching videos and commenting on them, but crossing the threshold into making videos is a whole nother thing. And so I was just on the computer trying to gather my thoughts and figure out what it is that means to me. And I ended up watching a couple of videos where, you know, I saw YouTubers hanging out together, and like things like Playlist Live and Digitor and that kind of stuff. And that's why I want to be on YouTube. It's not so much that I want to be a famous YouTuber, but I want to be part of the community that kind of exists on this website. I want to feel part of that kind of fun community of crazy people who are also awesome. And so that's why I get excited about things like Nerd Fighters and Harry Potter fandom and YouTube. It's just people doing things because they want to and they're passionate and it's fun. And that's actually why I chose to do VEDA this month. You know, I was in a debate of whether to do Script Frenzy or VEDA, or to not try and stress myself out anymore, like I'm doing right now. But I chose to do VEDA because I like making videos, and so forcing myself to sit down and talk to a camera or edit something together, you know, pretty much every day is saying, hey, you must have fun this month. You know, stress is there and it's not going anywhere, but it's also important to have fun. And so that's kind of the story behind that. Why are you on YouTube? Answer the question as well, you know. What makes it worth it? Whether you're making videos or whether you're just commenting, you know, why do you type in youtube.com into your address bar at any point during the day? I know that I have this horrible habit of when my brain isn't really thinking and I open a new tab, I'll just start typing in you, and then I'll be like, oh, I meant to go to my class's website. Yeah, I spent a little bit too much time on the site, but that's perfectly okay with me. So me and my family of stuffed animals is going to sign off for this double VEDA all the way. And I will see you tomorrow. And then this weekend, I don't know how well video posting is gonna go. I think I will have internet access, but whether I have footage ready to go is another question. But I will be on Block Island for most of the weekend, and so I don't know if there's going to be discombobulation and stuff like that. But I will certainly try. Alright, see you tomorrow.